So you get a 64 here. Okay. So now here's the problem, is that in our standard form, this needs to be equal to 1. So this is a little different. I need this to not say 64. I need it to equal 1. So in order to get it to equal 1, I have to divide everything by 64. Okay, when I divide all of those by 64, I get the following. I get x plus 2 squared all over 64 divided by 4 is 16, so then it would just 16 in the denominator, plus y minus 3 squared all over 64, can't do anything there, there's nothing there, equals 1. And there is your standard form. Okay, notice now it's in this form to be able for you to graph it. Okay, last thing is we need to write the equation of an ellipse with the given characteristics. So we have a foci at -5 and +5 and 0, and vertices at 8 and -8, 0. Okay, remember we need a couple things to write our equation. We need our center so that we have our h and our k. We need our a and we need our b. Okay, we might get a c that we need to use to help us. So our center, remember our center is the exact middle between the two vertices. The center is the exact middle between the two vertices. So the center in this case is going to be at 0, 0, because that's the middle between +8 and -8. Okay, our y value is going to stay the same. Our a, okay, remember our a is going to be the distance between the center and a vertice. So the difference between 0 and 8 is 8. Our b we don't know, but our c we do know. Remember our c is the distance between the center and the foci. So the distance between 0 and 5 is 5. Now that's going to help us because we know that a squared equals b squared plus c squared plus b squared. Doesn't matter whether it's b squared plus c squared, but okay. So I'm going to plug these in. So 8 squared equals 5 squared plus b squared. So 8 is 64, 5 is 25 plus b squared. Okay, 64 minus 25 is 39. So b would be the square root of 39. And I would leave it as the square root of 39. I know there's a lot of people that don't like that, but it's going to look a lot better than the decimal. Okay, so now remember the c we're not going to use in our equation. So our standard form is x minus h squared all over. In this case, we're moving left and right, so this is going to be a squared plus y minus k squared over b squared equals 1. Okay, this is our h, this is our k, so it's just going to be x squared all over. 8 squared is 64 plus 0, so this is y squared over, what is the square root of 39 squared? Well, when you square a square root, you're just left with the number equals 1, and then you're done. Okay, we have a vertical major axis. There's the key word there. So that means we're using this one. So our bigger number, our a value, has to go under the y's instead of the x's this time. Has a length of 10. We have a length of a minor axis, which is 4, and we have a center at -2, 3. So there's our h and there's our k. Easy peasy, no work for that. Our a, now if the whole length of the major axis is 10, then our a would be 10 cut in half, which is 5. Okay, the length of our minor axis is 4, so 4 cut in half is 2. And now we can go ahead and plug in our values. So it would be x plus 2 squared all over 25. Don't forget to square your a, plus y minus 3 squared all over 2 squared is 4 equals 1. Made that mistake. We said it was vertical. Make sure you put the bigger number underneath the y value. So 25 needs to go underneath the y, and 4 needs to go underneath the x. And there's your equation. Okay, our last one. We know the ends of the major axis are 7, 9, and 7, 3. So if we sketch this real quick, we're over 7 up 9. We're so over 7 up 3. So this is our major axis. So this is going to be a vertical. This is a vertical. Okay. If we go from 9 to 3, that means our whole vertical axis is 6. Okay, if we go from 5 to 9, that means our whole minor axis is 4. Okay, so we know our A is 3 and our B is 2, because don't forget that you have to cut this number in half to find your A and B. Okay, our H comma K, our center, has to be in the middle. So the middle between 9 and 3, okay, the middle between 9 and 3, that's what we're looking for, because that's going to be our center. The middle between 9 and 3 is 7. Nope, sorry, that's my K. And the middle between 5 and 9, the middle between 5 and 9 is 6. Okay, because our center has to be in the middle. So in the middle between 7 and 3 would leave us at 7, or 9 and 3 is 7, and the middle between 5 and 9 is 5 and 9. Whoops, sorry. 7. The middle between 9 and 3 is 6. Oh. Okay, and now you can go and plug it in. So x minus 7 x minus 7 squared all over plus y minus 6 squared all over equals, okay, 1. Now, the reason I didn't do this is because I needed to make sure I remembered. It moves vertically. So that means my 9 has to be under my 6, and my 4 has to be under my 7, or my x. Okay, I will be back tomorrow, so we will do some practice with all 3 of the ones we already know tomorrow. Have a great day.